Good afternoon friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to talk about cerebral edema. Cerebral edema is also known as brain swelling. It's a life-threatening condition that causes fluid to develop in the brains. The fluid increases pressure inside the skull called intracranial pressure. Increased intracranial pressure can reduce blood flow and decreases oxygen to the brain. The blood needs an uninterrupted flow of oxygen to function properly. Swelling is the body's response to the injury. Brain swelling can become very difficult threat. It can also cause irreversible damage. The swelling can occur throughout the brain or in certain area. If left untreated, cerebral edema can become fatal. Symptoms. Indications of cerebral edema include headache, dizziness, nausea, lack of coordination, numbness. In severe cases, mood changes, memory loss, difficulty speaking, incontinence, change in consciousness, seizures, weakness. What causes cerebral edema? There are several factors that causes brain swelling. Traumatic brain injury. A traumatic brain injury causes damages to the brain. Physical contact and falls can cause brains to swell. In more severe cases, a TBI can crack the skull and pieces of the skull can rupture blood vessels in the brain and causes swelling. Stroke. Some cases of stroke can cause brain swelling, specifically an ischemic stroke. An ischemic stroke occurs when there is a blood clot near the brain, preventing the brain from receiving blood and oxygen. This can cause brain cells to die and the brain swells in response to infection. Some bacteria can cause illness and disorders that lead to brain's inflammation and swelling if left untreated. Tumors. Brain tumors can add pressure to the areas of the brain, causing the surrounding brain to swell. Other causes of brain swelling include high altitude, unhealthy use of drugs, viral infection, carbon monoxide poisoning, bites from poisonous animals like reptiles and some marine animals. Diagnosis. Physical examination, CT scan, MRI scan, blood test. Treatment. Medications. Depending on the severity of the condition, the doctors may prescribe medications that helps to reduce swelling and prevent blood clots. Osmotherapy. When your brain swells, it accumulates excess fluid. Osmotherapy is a technique meant to withdraw water out of the brain. This is done using osmotic agents such as mannitol or high salt saline. Osmotic therapy also helps to improve blood circulation. This will help to reduce swelling and ICP in the skull. Hyperventilation. Doctors may perform a controlled hyperventilation help to lower your ICP. Hyperventilation causes you to exhale more than you inhale, lowering the amount of carbon dioxide in your bloodstream. Proper blood flow in your brain is dependent upon the carbon dioxide controlling. This process lowers the blood flow in your brain and reduces intracranial pressure. Hypothermia. Another treatment method includes hypothermia. Lowering the body's temperature decreases metabolism in the brain and can also reduce swelling. Ventriculostomy. There is more invasive procedure that involves draining the fluid from the brain. A doctor will examine and make a small incision in the brain and inserts a tube as a drain. This method will relieve ICP pressure. Surgery. In more severe cases of cerebral edema, you may need a surgery to relieve ICP. This surgery could mean removing a part of the skull or removing the source of the swelling, such as in the case of a tumor. Long-term outlook. Brain swelling is a serious condition that can cause long-term damage to your memory and ability to think. It may also be fatal if treated too late. If you begin to experience side effects after a fall accident or after fighting off an infection, visit a doctor immediately. Foods to reduce inflammation of the brain. Oily foods, in particular salmon, chia seeds, avocados, cocoa, green leafy vegetables and broccoli, coffee, nuts, ginkgo biloba and ginseng. Thank you. If you want more information, please like, share and subscribe my channel.